Here's a step-by-step guide to stop feeling like garbage. So today I woke up feeling like garbage and I thought, why not make a video of me experimenting with different techniques and different things that might help me feel a little bit more at ease. So I'm going to take out a piece of paper and I'm going to brainstorm all the reasons why I might not be feeling well. So after reflecting for about 4 minutes, this is what I came up with. So what I came up with is I'm resisting feeling the feeling, or I'm trying too hard not to feel the feeling. I'm just trying to feel positive and feel better instead of actually just sitting in that feeling. I also kind of going with that I feel unheard. I feel like I have trapped emotions in my body that need to be let out. I'm falling into old narratives, as well as just I'm on my period, I'm dehydrated, I could be overstimulated, bored, and or confused. So now that I kind of have an idea of what's going on, it's time to ask myself what narratives are coming up because of this situation. Okay, so after brainstorming for about 3 minutes, this is what I got. So some of the narratives that are popping up because of this situation are you'll never get better because you always end up sad again. No one could ever love an overly emotional person like you. It's inconvenient to feel like this. We were doing so well. I'm so tired of having to work on myself. Now, we could see these narratives as an inconvenience and say, oh, well, that's just my inner critic. I just need to ignore them. But ignoring the thoughts aren't really going to get rid of them. It's being able to address them and see them as a thought without giving them any power, as well as just looking at them with curiosity. So in this moment, I'm going to try to be more curious about these narratives and implement gentle parenting techniques towards myself. So what does that look like in real time? So if I look at the narratives that are coming up from this situation, one of them is you'll never get better because you always end up sad again. So how can I be gentle and curious towards this narrative? Well, I can say, okay, well, that's true. Emotions are ever flowing. So we are going to feel a range of emotions again at some point in time in our life, whether that's sad, whether that's happy, angry, feeling really joyous. And if I want to be curious about this narrative, then I could ask myself, well, why is there this negative connotation towards feeling sad again? And if I sit and process, I can actually answer that question honestly by saying, I get fearful about feeling my emotions because I don't feel like I'm going to validate them, and I don't feel like I'm going to allow myself the space to work through those emotions in a way that feels safe to me. So I can feel shame about these answers and be like, oh, well, I've really let myself down. I can't believe I did this. Or I could see this as a win because I just gained really helpful information that's going to help me understand myself better and work with myself more. And then I can go through this list and then work through the rest of those narratives that are coming up from this situation the same way that I just did. So now that I've answered the question, why am I not feeling well? And what are the narratives that are coming up because of this situation? What do I do now with the answers that I have attained? Now with that information, I'm going to brainstorm by asking myself, what are some things that I can do to resolve this situation? So after about another 3 minutes, this is what I got. Go ahead, put down, set aside some time to cry and just feel your feelings without a narrative. Shake, do your body somatics so you can actually feel it in your body. And then after I've allowed myself to do that, then I can check in and see if there is a story or something that I need to work through as far as my thoughts and my mind. But I really just want to get into my body and feel my feelings. The next thing that I can do, which kind of goes with the first one, but I mean, all of these kind of intertwine, is I can regulate my nervous system. In particularly, I am feeling like cold exposure or grounding sounds really nice to me right now. Followed up by self-care, doing something to make sure that I feel worthy and valued by myself. So I'm going to shower because I have yet to do that today. I am going to put on new clothes and I'm going to allow myself to rest and or nap. And then until I start feeling semi-normal, I do not want to expose myself to any type of media. I don't want to be on my phone. I don't want to listen to podcasts or music or anything. I just want to allow myself to be until I'm at least at a base level of neutral. Okay, so I'm going to do all that and then I'm going to check back in and let you know how it went. Okay, so it's been about 45 minutes. I feel a little bit better, and here's what I did. So I know that I needed to cry, but I just couldn't get myself to cry. And anytime that I know that I need to cry but can't, I will look up videos about cats or dogs that get like a second chance from the shelter because I will immediately start sobbing. And then I'll turn off the video, but I'll allow myself to continue to cry without like having a narrative or a story behind it. And today, and particularly, not only was I sobbing, but I actually allowed myself in a safe manner. Nobody was around. I wasn't scaring my cats or anything, but I cried, I screamed, I clenched my fists, I stomped around, and I did this on purpose to try to move the feeling and the emotion out of my body. I was very intentional about the way that I was doing it, but not so intentional that I was like micromanaging my own feelings. Okay, so the next thing that I did was I just cried, and I had already considered the fact that I might be dehydrated. So I made sure to drink a whole bottle of water and then some, but I did this slowly so that I didn't make myself sick. I also made sure to take an intentional shower where I was trying to be as present as I could be, just being really loving with like the bar of soap and being like, okay, like we're cleaning ourselves. I'm really proud of us for taking the time to care about our hygiene and make sure that we feel a little bit better. So now that I've done all that, I do feel better compared to when I started. However, I do not feel like completely safe or completely at ease because my body just feels really tired and it still feels overstimulated and overwhelmed. So I'm going to go ahead and take a nap and see where I'm at then, and then I'll keep you updated. So I just laid down to let my body rest for about 10 minutes. I took some meds for my cramps, and then I intentionally thought about what I was feeling and thinking about. And I think a lot of what's going on mentally and physically is I just feel really overwhelmed. I feel really overworked. I don't feel like I've given myself enough breaks, enough credits, enough fun. I don't feel like I've been having fun. I feel really bored. I feel really apathetic and lethargic. But most importantly, I don't think I've been gentle enough with myself, and I don't think I've been validating my feelings or making a safe space for me to be authentic with myself. I'm going to brainstorm different ways to try to work with this information. So after about 4 minutes, this is what I came up with. And so I separated what I could do about this situation in 2 different categories. So what can I do about what I'm feeling and thinking about today, right now, and what can I do about it moving forward? So since work's over and I don't have anything planned for tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take it easy tonight. I'm going to take a break from constant stimuli and social media and everything and stop consuming so many other people's perspectives so that I can be within my own mind and really just like go to myself for what I need right now. Allow my thoughts to happen without any type of reaction. Just allow them to be there and take place. Keep drinking water, make sure that I eat, make sure to journal if I need to, talk out loud to myself and be gentle with myself, as well as maybe do a couple things around the house so that I feel like I'm taking care of myself, as well as practice gratitude. And so moving forward, I can look into different gentle parenting techniques, find out a couple ones that feel good and start applying them little by little. I can set boundaries with work and self-improvement so that I can actually start having fun and enjoying my life and not thinking that it's just a project or that I need to be perfect all the time. Allow myself time to be human. Start creating safe spaces for myself, schedule in daily gratitude, daily time to talk to myself and feel those feelings without falling into shame or falling into victimhood, and schedule things to look forward to, as well as just get clear about my goals and what I want. So if you want me to make another video, I can, but I wanted to make this video so you could see in real time somebody working through their emotions, both from their mind and the thoughts and the narratives, while also allowing their body to actually feel those emotions and feelings. So anyway, my name is Sarah. I'm your favorite self-experimenting coach or companion. You're an amazing person, and I hope you have the best day.